New tonight at 6, this year Missouri Governor Mike Parson announced he has cleared a backlog of clemency requests left from previous governors.
The Parson didn't approve every request, but has pardoned more than 600 people, including a local pastor.
Besides getting saved and having an awesome wife and kids, that was the coolest thing ever. Yeah, that was really cool.
KSHB 41's Charlie Keegan sat down with the pastor and a member of his church to learn the impact of that pardon.
At 16 years old, Kenny Batson didn't think he'd hear music at Grace Fellowship Church, let alone become the pastor of the church in El Dorado Springs.
I just felt alone and scared and sad.
He thought an alcohol addiction would keep him in prison or on parole for the rest of his life.
And a lot of times I'd wake up in jail and I didn't even know what I did because I'd be so drunk that I was in a blackout.
Life turned around during his final time in prison when he found Jesus in 1997.
My problem wasn't alcohol, it was sin. It's just I was rebellious and I needed to understand who to go to, and it was God.
Church members say Batson brings a message of accountability to his sermons.
There's parts of that you can relate to as far as being in your sin. Everybody's sin's different, of course. And the things that he had struggles with, I didn't necessarily, but I had struggles of my own.
Even on the straight and narrow, Batson never thought he'd get a pardon for his crimes.
Perfect harmony.
Kenny's and others like him might have made some mistakes.
Missouri Governor Mike Parson granted the pardon, then invited the pastor to this year's State of the State address.
In recognizing Kenny Batson.
I didn't realize what it meant to me until it happened. I cried so hard I couldn't even talk, because it made me so happy and thankful.
At one point, Batson never thought he could live this life.
Don't play games with God.
Now he can't imagine living any other way. Charlie Keegan, KSHB 41 News.
And to give you a better idea of the backlog, Batson applied for clemency when Jay Nixon was governor of Missouri.
Wow. Well, of course, that's not the end of those requests. They continue to come in. And of course, one that we all have in mind and that we're watching is that of former Kansas City, Missouri police officer Eric DeValcanier.
Yeah, just today, one gubernatorial candidate announced that if he would be elected governor, he would grant that clemency in year one, or week one rather, right?
In week one, yes. You're talking about State Senator Bill Eigel, who said that he would do that. He's from St. Charles County on the other side of the state. But I reached out to the current governor, Mike Parson. He says he's still considering whether to grant that clemency request from DeValcanier. But we also reached out to the other candidates running for governor. Fellow Republican Chris Wright, who's a former police officer himself, said he'd also pardon DeValcanier if elected. Jay Ashcroft said he's committed to a close review of the case. Democrat Crystal Quaid says she's more focused on solutions to make Missouri safer. And Bishop Eric Morrison said, if you do the crime, you do the time. I plan to keep my eye on all these developments, guys.
There you will. Thank you, Charlie.